Hey y'all, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making my grandmother's German spaghetti. And that is your pasta sauce. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And you're not going to believe how good this is. Welcome to my southern farming kitchen. Okay, y'all, for grandmama's German spaghetti, that's what she called it. That's what I'm calling it. That's what we've called it for 44 years. So you start out with, as big a frying pan as you have. This one holds 4. And just a little bit of salt and pepper on your pork chops. And these are bone-in pork chops. You want that bone, you want that flavor. And after it all comes together, the bones are still in the pasta, so you're going to have to take them out if you've got small kids. Or you can leave them out altogether. It's up to you, but you get a lot of flavor from that bone. And then I got a pan of water going over here, and that is for my noodles. We're not going to cook the noodles all the way through because they're actually going to stew in with the pork chops. So let me get this going. Let me get that second batch of pork chops in after this one, and I'll show you how we put it all together. Okay, so you can see that the pork chops, I took them out. They're just a little bit brown around the edges and around the bone. Woo, we steaming. But they're not quite done. And that's perfectly fine because they're going to stew in that onion and noodles and this. Oh, it's just so good, y'all. So take them out when they're browned up a little bit. It's okay if they're not quite done because by the time it's all said and done, the meat's going to be falling off the bone. Okay, after your second batch of pork chops comes out, go ahead and add 1½ sliced large onions. I'm using sweet Vidalia, but you can use any onion you want. So go ahead and add it right to the pot. Get it broke up and get it cooked down to where it's, just almost completely soft.
Went for a walk with the stars last night. Did not believe that I would end up right. Lucky endings were not something for me.
Okay, so you can see that my onions have cooked down quite a bit. I added just a little bit of the water from the pasta to kind of get the bits up off the bottom. And that, of course, that's flavor. Wow, yeah, I couldn't imagine not having those bits at the bottom. It just drives that flavor home, y'all. Alright, so what I'm going to do is transfer my pasta. They are about half done. And that's what you want because it's going to continue to cook over here. I'm sorry if I steam you up, but I am really cooking, y'all. So we're going to transfer that over. I have reduced the heat on this to just below medium. Alright. So, now I'm going to stir it up. And you want to make sure... I'm throwing noodles everywhere, y'all. You want to make sure that you reserve your stock water. Because these noodles are going to soak up everything in here. So you're going to want to keep adding a little bit of that stock water. Alright, now what I'm going to do is nestle my pork chops in there. Excuse me. Nestle my pork chops in. Just like that. Whole, just like that. As best we can. Whoa, come on, cat. Y'all, this just makes me think of childhood. I'm not even kidding. She made this so often. And I don't really know. Maybe one of my cousins or my uncle can tell me why she called it German spaghetti. My grandmother was very proud of her German heritage. And she always had a story, but I can't remember. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old in myself or what, but I can't remember why she called it German spaghetti. I think it had something to do with the fact that the topping itself is, the sauce that goes on later is actually ketchup. So I think it's something, oh yeah, put that juice in there from them pork chops. Something to do with the fact that the sauce is close to the way they dress their pasta. I don't know. But I'm sure I can get somebody to tell me. Alright, now we're going to just put the rest of the noodles right on top. There's not very many left. Just like that. But no matter what you call it, you know, with my grandmother being so proud of her heritage, trust me, it was not a slur or anything such as that. There is a story behind why she called it that. I just can't remember. And, but no matter what you call it, it's unusually good. You would never think to use ketchup as a pasta topping with pork chops, but the combination is so good. Alright, I'm just adding a little more of that stock water, or starchy water, whatever you want to call it. I'm adding that in. And I want to add just enough to where it almost comes to the top. I guess I could use something bigger than a spoon, but because it's going to cook out. And, you know, as it sits here and stews, that's basically what it's doing. As it sits here and stews, it's going to cook out a little bit. So you just come in a few times here and there and move your pork chops around, move your pasta around until those pork chops actually start to fall off the bone. So it's going to cook like this for about an hour. I don't cover the pan, but you certainly can. Alright, we're going to leave it just like that. I am going to put a little more pepper, like so, and I'm going to let it start to stew down a little bit. So I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, this is what it looks like when it all comes together. It took about an hour, just maybe a little bit under an hour. Any of the meat that doesn't fall off the bone, I just give it a slice like so. And it's really good. And I leave the bones in because we're all adults and I don't have any little ones. But if you want to leave the bone in, the pasta, just make sure that you're mindful of it. That's all. And you can leave it out completely. As long as you stew it with the bone in it, you're going to have that flavor. Alrighty. I think it's about time to eat some of that. I really, really do. It's not something you see every day, but I promise you, because I've never steered you wrong, it is good. Alright, y'all, if you enjoyed this family tradition recipe today, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, y'all. God bless.